Have you ever felt like your entire world was falling apart and God was silent? Maybe you're in a dark room right now where everything that once felt like a dream has turned to ashes. You lost a job you poured your heart into. The person you trusted most turned away. An illness showed up uninvited. And you look up at the sky, tears in your throat, and whisper, "God, where are you?" You prayed, but there was no answer. You waited, but things only got worse. And deep inside, a quiet voice begins to blame. If God loves me, why would he let this happen? You're not alone. I've been there. Many of us have. Wrenching feeling of being abandoned by the very one you were told always loves you. But the more you question, the more confused you feel. And somehow, you still long for a sign, even the smallest one, that God is still near. Today, if you're in the darkest valley of your life, this video is for you. It's not to preach, but to walk with you through the storm, with truth, empathy, and the quiet hope that God is not silent. You're just not hearing him in the way you expected. The truth is, when things are going well, it's easy to say, "Thank God." But when life breaks us, faith often turns into doubt. When jobs disappear, we ask, "God, where were you when I needed a chance?" When loved ones pass away, we cry, "God, where were you when I begged you every night?" And when our hearts break, our faith cracks with it. But the problem isn't God's absence. The problem is how we've misunderstood his presence. We expect that if God loves us, he'll protect us from all pain. But his love isn't a shield that blocks every hardship. His love is more like an umbrella. It won't stop the rain, but it will cover you while you walk through the storm. And here's another hard truth. We crave control. We make plans, set goals, pray for things to unfold the way we want. But when life goes off script, instead of trusting God's greater purpose, we get angry that he didn't follow our plan. It's like a child who doesn't understand why their parents make them get a painful shot. They cry, they hurt, but they don't realize that shot is what's keeping them alive. And finally, this may sting, but many people believe in a Santa Claus God who hands out blessings, not the real God who walks with us through every season, even the darkest ones. When faith is built on getting good outcomes instead of growing a real relationship, we lose sight of him the moment the winds change. The first thing you need to know is this: God isn't afraid of your doubts. You can bring him your anger, your pain, even your unanswered questions. He doesn't need you to be strong to come close. He just needs you to be honest. Maybe the most powerful shift is this: stop asking why and start asking God, what can I do with this pain? You may not understand right now, but when you change the question, you start seeing direction. Because in your suffering, God doesn't just want you to survive. He wants you to grow. Just one small action, instead of blaming, take a deep breath and say, "God, I don't understand, but I will trust just a little, just enough to get through one more day." And tomorrow, you do it again. Remember, faith isn't climbing a mountain in one day. Faith is deciding not to stop, even if you're crawling. Sometimes, the miracle isn't a solution. The miracle is that you didn't give up, even when you had every reason to. A story of grace. Let me tell you about a woman named Grace. She was a single mother with a strong faith in God until everything changed. She lost her job. Her daughter was diagnosed with a congenital heart defect. Every bill felt like a monster. Every night ended in quiet tears. She prayed, but no miracle came. And slowly, she stopped praying. One day, during a regular hospital visit, Grace sat alone in the hallway, holding test results in her hand. She whispered, "God, if you're really there, why are you so silent?" Next to her, an older woman gently turned and said, "I don't know what your daughter is facing, but I do know this: God isn't silent. Sometimes he's whispering, so we learn how to listen. Those words unlocked something in Grace, not because her situation suddenly changed, but because she returned to God, not to demand answers, but to walk with Him. She stopped asking why and started asking, God, what can I do today to be stronger for my daughter? Day by day, that small faith helped her press on. Eventually, charity organizations stepped in and funded her daughter's surgery, a group she never even knew existed. But it wasn't luck, it was faithful endurance. One fragile day at a time that carried her until help arrived. If today you feel like the whole world is against you, if you've ever whispered, God, if you're still out there, please send me a sign, then maybe, just maybe, this video is your sign. God never promised to stop every storm, but He did promise, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. Hebrews 13:5. You don't need perfect faith. You just need a little bit. Enough to reach out and take His hand today. If this video touched your heart, please share it with someone else still walking in the dark. And if you need strength to keep going with God, subscribe, because here you don't walk alone. God is still there, and He's waiting for you to come back. Don't be afraid. Come home.